All right, good morning. Welcome to our National Letter of Intent Early Ceremony signing. We're fortunate to recognize a number of our outstanding high school athletes who have the opportunity to participate in collegiate athletics. Through hard work, dedication, and many sacrifices, these athletes have proven themselves not only to our opponents, our Neuqua Valley community, to be superior high school athletes, but also to their chosen collegiate scouts and college coaches. Whether they are staying local or traveling a far distance, competing at a Division I level or a junior college level, or a starter or a high-quality role player, we are proud and are confident that all of our student athletes will represent Neuqua Valley in the most upstanding manner. All of the coaches, staff members, classmates, teammates, and community members are sincerely proud of their high school accomplishments. We'll soon be able to say that we're proud of their accomplishments of their chosen collegiate athletic team. We're going to go ahead and get started with baseball and Coach Renner. Sorry.
Thanks. You first. First of all, I'd like to welcome James and his family to come on up here and have a seat, please, and bring your letter. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here today. This is really quite a special morning, a special celebration. You know, when athletes are 10, 11, 12 years old, they all have a dream. And the dream is, you know, could be to play for their high school team, to play at the college level, Division I level, maybe even beyond that. And there are just shy of 4,000 students in this school, and you can count how many athletes are here this morning out of those 4,000, and you know how difficult it is to be here. So for each and every athlete and their families that are here today, I want to say congratulations, because what you have done is a very, very large accomplishment. You should be very proud of yourselves, proud of your student athletes, and I certainly am. So congratulations to everybody. First, I'm fortunate enough to have two guys here today, and the first one, James Kulak, who is a left-handed pitcher for us. He has been a varsity player going on 3 years, and James is, you know, he's put in the work, he's put in the time just like everybody else. He has been a model player for a coach. You know, you hope that you have your players, you know, are respectful, are responsible, they're coachable. They give their very best effort, and certainly James has been all of that and even more. He's, if things go, we're lucky enough to have James be healthy for this spring. He is on target to break 2 school records as a pitcher for us, and hopefully not just individual records, but hopefully he can be part of some very, very special team accomplishments as well. So I am going to keep this short. So congratulations to James and his family, and you know, he can go ahead and sign his letter, and we can get some photos of James. But James is, as you can see, is going to Purdue, Big Ten. That program is on its way to doing some great things, and James is going to be a big part of that. Am I allowed to take a picture too? Sure. Next is Jack Rigoni. You'll probably hear me say a lot of the same things about Jack. But Jack has earned a scholarship to play at Southern Illinois in Edwardsville, which is a very, very strong academic as well as athletic college. But Jack is he's another special player. For the last I don't know how many years, 2 or 3, 4 years. You know, I always drive, when I leave school, I always drive the back way because I always have to drive past the baseball field just to kind of look at it and see what it's like, you know, and make sure everything's okay. And, you know, I'm not sure how many times I've driven by and seen Jack in the cages and, you know, with his dad and, you know, maybe even some of his other teammates in there working on his game for years, day after day, month after month, you know, year after year, and certainly his hard work has paid off. And again, you know, our team is full of players that, student athletes that are responsible, they're respectful, they work hard at their game, they're, you know, they play hard every moment that they're there. And it just makes it so easy and so much fun for a coach when you have players like Jack and James and some of their teammates. I know Noah's here today, you know, with his family, so, and he's another one. But I can't say enough good things about Jack. His ability, his attitude, his effort, everything about him is he deserves to be here. He deserves the scholarship that he earned. It does not come by just by chance, along with the rest of you, but I'm very, very proud of him for his accomplishments on the baseball field. He's, you know, we're really looking forward to this spring, and Jack is going to be a huge part of that, along with James and Noah. I can't leave Noah out of this. So, but I thank Jack for his efforts, and you know, the last thing I'll say is, I learned a long time ago that as a coach, you really have very little to do with team accomplishments, and it all comes from the players. And I want to thank you know, these guys for what they've done and the time that they've put in, you know, to make our program successful over the last few years. And it's because of players like Jack and James and Noah that you know, we get to enjoy some of those successes. So thank you, Jack. Congratulations to you and your family, and I know you're going to do great things there. But you do still have one more spring with us, so thank you.
Unfortunately, our lacrosse coach has had a last-minute emergency, so I'm going to bring up Chase and his family. With this being my first year, I haven't had an opportunity to meet all the student athletes, but the words that Coach Maluda and Coach Cummings and Coach Dickens talking about with Chase is just about his hard work and his dedication to the sport of lacrosse. And they just wanted me to share their congratulations to them, and looking for a great season, his senior season, and then to see what he does into his collegiate career. So without further ado, congratulations to Chase. If Jack and his family would like to come up. The coaching staff had similar words to say about Jack with his work ethic and his dedication to the sport. And really the one word they also use with me is that he's a grinder. He grinds out at every practice, every match that he's in. You can always tell when he's on the field that he makes a huge difference on what's happening in the game. So again, Jack, we want to congratulate you and look forward to see what you do in the future. The next coach who we'd like to bring up is with softball, and Coach Krinsick.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to recognize all the athletes in the room and congratulate all of them, as well as the parents in the room. I know it takes a lot of dedication and time on your behalf to bring them back and forth to practice, so I wanted to also congratulate you on such an accomplishment. I have the opportunity and great pride to recognize 3 athletes in our program. Each of you have seeked excellence. You guys are extremely good leaders on the fields, but more importantly, role models to your teammates, and all that you've contributed to our community, our program, and our school. I am beyond proud of all of you and all that you've accomplished. On behalf of the entire softball program and coaching staff, I want to congratulate to the 3 athletes that will stand in our room today. Congratulations. First up, we have Michaela D'Amico. She will be continuing her college career in softball at the University of Southern Indiana. She is our starting outfielder. Congratulations, Michaela, on all that you've accomplished, and wish you all the success. Next up, we have Zoe Herdman. Zoe is our starting pitcher and shortstop. She will be continuing her softball career at Butler University. Congratulations, Zoe. Last but not least, we have Danielle Olson. Danielle Olson is our 4-year varsity starting catcher. She will be continuing her softball career at Western Illinois. Congratulations, Danielle, on all that you've accomplished.
The next coach that we'd like to bring up is with girls swimming and diving, Coach Neferadis.
Good morning. With my introduction, we have like 12 girls in the back showing up, and not one of them applauded for me. So you can tell that we're close to the end of the season, and they want to be done. But funny story about Sabrina Fournette. This year, I'm in a new classroom for math, and I'm walking to the class, and every day I see somebody that looks almost identical to Sabrina. And I got to talk to Sabrina. I got to talk to Sabrina. So finally, I went to go talk to Sabrina about it, and there's that girl sitting right next to her, and it's her sister. I had no idea. I sit and I could talk about, go in detail about how Sabrina's been an honorable mention All-State athlete, 2-time high school All-American on relays, 4-year varsity starter, a sectional team member for 4 years, state qualifier for 2 years. We have the sectional this weekend, which things look really well for her to qualify again. But I think one thing that stands out the most is how she has impacted her teammates. And I look back there and I see our whole varsity crew showing up for Sabrina. Is probably the largest crew that we've had come to support one of our athletes. And I think that says a huge part about what Sabrina brings to our team and what she will bring to the University of San Diego. And I wish her the best of luck in the nice warm sun, training outside at a country club like pool while we're here in January in the coldest place. But no, Sabrina deserves this. She's worked hard. She's a very low maintenance athlete, which means she doesn't require a lot of attention. She comes in, has to do physical conditioning every single day, and does it to the best of her ability. And it's so good to see the future of our program being taught and learned by someone like Sabrina. Congratulations.
The next coach I'd like to bring up is Coach Simon with girls volleyball.
Good morning. It's such an honor and a privilege to be standing up here today to honor Maria Mayhew and her family. Maria is a 3-year starting right side and setter for us. She has achieved great things in the 3 years she's been with us. I was trying to think, I've been coaching for 24 years, and I don't think I've ever had an athlete other than Maria who has been a 3-year starter. So she has contributed tremendously in terms of what she's done on the court. But I want to talk about what she's done in addition to that, and that has been one of the most tremendous leaders I've ever coached in my career. I am just so grateful for who Maria is, who she is becoming as a young woman. I just can't say enough about the impact that she's had on her teammates. She just has so many gifts as an athlete, but she has even more gifts, I think, just as someone who really touches other people's lives and impacts the people around her. She is one of the most selfless players that I've ever coached and gotten to know. I was telling my husband last night, I said, tomorrow's a National Letter of Intent signing, and I'll be talking about Maria. I said, it's one of the only times I've never typed anything up. And he said, let me see, one of your most favorite people in the world you get to get up and talk about. I don't think you need to type anything up. So she has just been tremendous. We had a very unfortunate situation this year. On September 15th, it was a Friday, and the following day we were going to be headed to the second day of our second tournament of the season. We play 4 every season, so it was really early on in the season, and it was literally like the last 2 or 3 minutes of practice, and Maria was up blocking, and a ball hit her hand funny, and it ended up breaking her hand. So I didn't even know she was injured, and I threw her back in to set one more round. She didn't say anything, and I wasn't paying attention to her. I was watching our blockers, and my assistant coach said something about, that she wasn't setting right, and I saw her talking to one of her teammates, and I could see her teammate get this look on her face. Maria had her back to me, of course, and I could see the look on her teammate's face, and I walked over and said, "What's going on?" And she said, I think I might have really hurt my hand. So she got it looked at, and sure enough, she had broken it and was out for the remainder of this season. So her senior year, for the rest of the season, we just wrapped up, she couldn't be on the court. But that didn't stop her from being that tremendous leader that she's always been. She came in every day. She kept up her own physical conditioning, knowing that she's transitioning into club, and still offered so much behind the scenes to her team. So I know that her team, regardless of the fact that she could be on the court or not, still looked at her as our leader of the team. And luckily, we have tremendous athletes in the program that stepped up and did a great job, and our team pushed forward and carried on, and she continued to support us, and we still had tremendous success. So I am so proud of her for all of her accomplishments, for all she's contributed to our program, and this was just an incredibly unfortunate situation this year and absolutely heartbreaking, but I know that she's going to accomplish great things in her future, and I'm really excited to share in that as she continues at the college level. So congratulations, Maria.
I would like to bring up Counselor Chris Ruffalo as he introduces Wesley Stevenson and then Christina Stankovic.
Morning. So I'm in a unique position. I haven't been a varsity coach in this century. And today I get to be a gymnastics and a tennis coach temporarily. Wesley Stevenson, I met her in 8th grade. And she was in a little bit of a unique situation. I think what a lot of people don't realize, and especially in Wesley's situation, is that there's a lot to consider when you're an athlete and you're dedicated to that sport. It's not just the sport, it's what else are you doing with your time? How many classes can you handle, and what kind of a load can you work, other things like that. And I'm sure as parents, you're well aware of that. But Stanford was looking at Wesley in 8th grade. And so before she started high school, met with Mom and said, how are we going to fit in these academics that Stanford requires when Wesley's doing 30 hours of practice a week and just has only so much time? And so she's done a remarkable job as a student, which you can imagine you have to if you're going to go to Stanford. Wesley has been a 3-time national champion in the last 5 years, even overcoming a knee injury. That was last year, wasn't it? Was the Achilles? So you can imagine as a gymnast, a torn Achilles tendon. And she came back from it, and Stanford still wanted her. Yay! So Wesley, congratulations, and wow, Stanford is lucky. I remember meeting Christina freshman year. And what stood out to me is that she had just recently moved from Canada. So she played here freshman year as a varsity tennis player, and since then she's been playing for the United States Tennis Association and currently ranks in the top 40 in the Midwest. We affectionately refer to the school that she's attending as Ayupui. So a unique place. It's in Indianapolis, and it's combined with Indiana University and Purdue University. So Christina, congratulations, and we wish you well.
After I close out the ceremony, if we could have all the athletes come back up with your placard, and we'd like to take a group picture. We'll do it as soon as I finish up here. And then parents, you could take pictures as a group, and then also we have a background there if you want to stick around and take some individual pictures of your student athlete. As you reflect on your journey as a Neuqua Valley Wildcat, make sure you recognize not only your accomplishments, but those who supported you along the way. And trust that that support will never stop, and that you can believe that as these individuals guided you through your high school career, they will continue to guide you through your collegiate years and beyond. Give yourself time to say thank you to those individuals before you step out the doors at Neuqua Valley and put on your shoes to a new adventure. We will look forward for when you come back to share with us your new successes and adventures, because once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Good luck to all of you, and best wishes on your collegiate journey. Thank you.